Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel. I've never been a particularly big fan of like Jimmy Kimmel, to be quite honest, but more so, I guess this is the just general byproduct of media corporations and a bunch of other corporations, generally speaking, decided to just not put up any fight and capitulate to Trump. Listen, there's a reason why every leftist on the fucking goddamn planet says that corporations never have been and never will be your friend because, well, it's accurate to say that. Uh, Listen, Jimmy Kimmel, he just like goes along to get along. He's like a stand-up dude. Like no, late night show dude. There we go, not stand-up. And are his bits funny? Maybe. I don't know. Haven't watched any of them. Don't really care about his bits or in particular. What I do care more about is that he's basically getting canceled. Let's be honest here, for the position of what, like having doing thought crime or some shit. Which again, like, listen, we talked about like conservative fucking cancel culture before, because in reality, conservatives have no problems with doing cancel culture about two people, because these people don't have any standards. They're all fucking hypocrites, and would prefer to just see people who are broadly on the general sort of left side thrown into fucking camps. But what did Jimmy Kimmel say? I'm curious.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to...
So far, what Jimmy Kimmel is, what he's saying might not be wrong. Again, the thing with fucking Tyler Robinson is we don't really know about whatever political predilections Tyler Robinson really had. I think, like, it is pretty much safe to say that really the only thing that I guess like Tyler Robinson had as like a somewhat consistent belief is that bro was just a fucking gamer, and I think that's like really all there is to it. Bro was like some political, maybe centrist gamer dude who was just heavily steeped into fucking gaming and nerd culture, and just decided to, I don't know, like, yeah, I like we're gonna talk about Tyler Robinson at a later point, but generally speaking, his like sort of like motivations for wanting to pull the fucking hit is there is none really. Besides for the fact, the only thing you can really point to is the fact that for his whole life being a part of the family that he was in, his dad was like a sheriff and shit like that. He's been around guns his whole time, right? Like, I personally, okay, this may be like, listen, a bit of an edgy take, I suppose, for lack of a better term. But surrounding kids around guns their whole life and steeping them in like strange conservative gun culture is not necessarily a good thing. Again, as for like the girlfriend, partner, boyfriend, we don't even know. He did have a fucking roommate. I have not seen any evidence to say that they were fucking partners or anything, or that they were trans and a furry. That's complete fucking bullshit. That's just a lie. That was because that was shit that was put out by both Spencer Cox, the governor of Utah, and Kash Patel to throw like some red meat to the fucking base to have them like run off of something. So like, there's just no evidence to say that the fucking goddamn partner or roommate that Tyler Robinson was like living with was, let's be honest here, like trans, gay, furry, or really anything at all. Like they based that off of like a TMZ headline, and that's it. And what Kash Patel and Spencer Cox was fucking saying, complete fucking nonsense. But as for the evidence that Tyler Robinson was like a groiper or whatever, I that's what I initially speculated, that Tyler Robinson was a groiper, because very, very groiper-esque behavior. Trust me, a lot of groipers tend to be very, very fucking gay. Uh, no evidence of that whatsoever, so I will rescind my speculation and just say the dude was just a fucking goddamn weird, like, gamer dude. Not really guided by any like political principle whatsoever, seemingly. Now, obviously, all the dumb fuck conservatives can just like cope, seethe, mauled in the chat, or in the comments saying like, "Oh, what do you mean he had like those things engraved on the fucking bullets? What, this doesn't mean anything to you?" No, it doesn't actually mean anything to me at all. I'll be quite honest, because anyone can fucking write those particular messages, like Bella Ciao, which is also a Hearts of Iron 4 DLC. And we know the kid fucking liked to play, a Paradox games, played Europa Universalis. So, dude probably liked playing map games, liked fucking Hearts of Iron, and also Helldivers. Because the Hey Fascist Catch thing with the fucking arrows, which is a Konami code, not for like the 3 arrows thing, but no, it's a fucking Konami code. So, for calling in a fucking airstrike. So spare me this fucking nonsense and saying that Tyler Robinson was like an ardent leftist. No, he wasn't. There's like no evidence to point that at all. Oh, but he was a part of Antifa discords. There's no such thing as Antifa discords. That's just not a thing. They don't fucking exist. But that's not going to stop the dumbass president of the United States from trying to designate them as a fucking terrorist organization, despite the fact that Antifa's not an organization. Very, very stupid.
Score political points from it. In between the finger pointing, there was grieving. On Friday, the White House flew the flags at half-staff, which got some criticism. But on a human level, you can see how hard the president is taking this.
My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir?
Oh, he played the clip where, honestly, like, Trump seemingly just did not give a fuck much at all. And I think that you can broadly say the exact same thing for conservatives in general. The only reason why conservatives are up in a tizzy about this, to generally speaking, is simply due to the fact that with conservatives in particular, all they fundamentally seemingly care about is just using this as a way to score political points. They just want to browbeat their fucking opponents into submission and use this as like an excuse to do some fucking form of authoritarian crackdown. Like that's literally it, dude.
Sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House, which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years. And it's going to be...
Bro, why would you say this? Now, you could say, like, I like, from what I understand, like, Trump skipped the fucking funeral, like, and just went to, like, just one random fucking vigil, and, like, that's it. And it's just like, do you even care? Like, you said he's like your second son. Actually, no. It makes perfect sense that you're calling Charlie Kirk your second son because your second son, Eric Trump, goes consistently ignored by you. So I don't know. Actually, I think that might check out, to be honest. I'm actually sad for Kirk, Charlie's kids and wife. These conservatives aren't. That's 1,000 fucking percent, to be quite fucking honest. Boy Meets Mini. I've said this before consistently. Ultimately, what happened to Charlie Kirk was tragic. I'm not for fucking political vigilantism, although honestly, given Tyler Robinson's, non-political stances, to be honest, I don't even know if it's safe to say that this is even political vigilantism. I don't think that this guy was like really motivated by much of anything at all. Besides, I don't know. Bro probably thought it was like to do like a little bit of trolling or something. Yeah, I mean, like, it's like, Daho, that seems really callous and cruel of you to say, but it's just like, well, what other motivation was there by Tyler Robinson? Like, we have, like, there's like nothing there. The dude just fucking did it, basically, which is insane. Like, you can like preen and bitch and moan and complain about like the stuff that was written on the fucking bullets, but like every fucking indicator is pointing to the fact that this dude didn't have any fucking political predilections whatsoever. And yeah, you're not wrong there, Boy Meets Mini. That can be an even more dangerous motivation, not having like any sort of like political conviction at all whatsoever. I don't think that's an inaccurate assessment. But I think like, again, this was a kid who was surrounded by conservative gun culture for his entire life, right? Like, the whole time with his fucking parents and everything. Yeah, and, like, incel extremely online nihilism motivation. Yeah, like, I think, like, it's pretty safe to say that the dude was probably a fucking nihilist. Edgy potential, like, Reddit, like, gamer bro on the fucking internet. Those people tend to be fucking extremely nihilistic. So I don't think that's, like, ridiculous to fucking say whatsoever. I don't think there's any really, like, sort of political motivation besides nihilism.
be a beauty.
Yes. Okay. He's at the fourth stage of grief, construction. Demolition, construction. This is not how an adult grieves the murder of someone he called a friend. This is how a 4-year-old mourns.
He's not wrong. Like, yeah, Jimmy Kimmel is not wrong in his fucking assessment here. Like, but as a result, ABC decided to can Jimmy Kimmel. Like, they just nixed him. And we all know why ABC is doing this. They are still trying to pursue their, well, Skydance media merger through the fucking Trump administration. Because, again, fundamentally speaking, for all these fucking corporations, they're not your friends. All they care about is making money. And, well, basically, with the Skydance media merger with Paramount, ABC is willing to do everything possible in order to have that go through. And if it means, like, going after their talent, I suppose, for late night shows, that being Jimmy Kimmel, if it means putting the kibosh on basically anything he says in terms of speech, then gladly. And they'll gladly not have any problems at all in terms of capitulating to conservative framing. Like, that's really about all there is to it. Like, this is just conservative cancel culture to its fucking finest. And just like a quick final point here by Mehdi Hassan, because I thought it was funny. Yeah, silly Jimmy Kimmel. He should have called for all homeless people to be killed and he'd still have a job. Couldn't have really said that any better myself, Mehdi. Let's be honest here. Because in reality, if Jimmy were to just basically call for the extermination of all homeless people and throwing them in a hole or something, would Jimmy Kimmel still have his job? Yeah, probably he'd still have his job. And all the conservatives would just be seal soy clapping, saying like, yeah, all the homeless people should be thrown in a fucking hole. So, I don't know, like, spare me all this fucking nonsense. This isn't an accurate point that Jimmy Kimmel is, like, raising here. Like, I don't know, this is, like, really, really fucking stupid. And I hope that ABC's merger ends up not going through because they're trying to do everything possible to capitulate to, well, basically people who are wholeheartedly incapable of being pleased. Again, this is a political movement that is fundamentally, the end goal is to just throw a bunch of people who have slight wrong think in comparison to them into fucking labor camps or in a fucking hole somewhere. Like, that's all that they want to do. They just want to fucking kill people and just be done with it and do the fucking ethno-state. That's all there is to it. Like, there's really not much else to say besides, hey, ABC, I hope you're going to be happy with the hole that you're going to dig yourself into for no fucking reason. Hope you're happy with that there, bud.